Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every Tuesday. I also give an extra monthly video or Zoom call to my patrons if you're interested in supporting me over there or finding out about that. The link is down in the description. Today's planner is one I am so excited to share with you. It is Laurel Denise's all-in-one planner. This is the second year that she has come out with this planner, so it's year 2 for her, and it is the second time I have reviewed it. And you guys, it was a hit last year on her first year. It sold out so quickly early on, and so many people as the year went on kept asking me about it and wishing that they could get it. So I just want to say right off, right now, this planner is in pre-order and they will ship by the end of November, she said. But if you want one, after watching this video and checking it out, I highly recommend you go ahead and order it, because I honestly think that they will sell out. Like, if not before the end of the year, then I think by the beginning of next year. Planners are not her big business. She is a jewelry designer. She designed these planners, and she has a second one to share this year too, a monthly only. I can't wait to share this one too. It's so useful and functional for herself. So many planner gals have said this who have come out with planners, is that they designed their planner out of not being able to find what would work for them. And so that's where we get all these amazing planner options. Hers is truly probably the very most unique in layout and design that I have ever reviewed of all the planners I've reviewed. And I'm saying that in all truthfulness. So if you haven't seen this one yet, I cannot wait to share it with you. Now, she has only tweaked a few things from last year by listening to feedback. And so it's the same basic design. But like I said, she's a jewelry designer by trade. And you'll see that on her website too. Like, she has a paper planner section. And so you can just tell that it comes out in every detail of her planner. It is just beautiful and it feels refined. Every little detail looks paid attention to like a jewelry designer would do. Her artwork was done by Britt Davis Art. She has listed on her site, and it's a really cool design. I wouldn't even say I'm a fan of abstract art, but I can definitely appreciate it. But I really like this design and the colors chosen for this year. So like, I'm a fan of this design. I would even pick this cover, even though, like I said, I'm not normally like attracted to abstract art, but she has a second cover this year, and it is like a deep green. It's really beautiful with a little texture look to it. There are 2 cover options. Now, this is a special gold box. I can't wait to share this with you guys. She has come out with a gold box promotion this year. And this sounds just so fun. Where 100 random customers, so she's going to pick 100 random orders, they will be chosen to get a special gold box. And if you get that gold box, you will get all kinds of other goodies inside your package in addition to the planner that you ordered. So I don't know what else she's going to put in there. I'm guessing you're going to get some jewelry since she's a jewelry designer, but honestly, I don't know. I have no inside clue. But I thought that was such a fun thing. So I don't know what color her normal box this year will be, but this is her special gold box. And I love how it says plan thoughtfully there. And the inside is like a graph grid. So just her packaging just seems really well thought out too. And I forgot to mention, I have a discount code. So do not order without using my code. I don't have an affiliate link. Of course, her website will be linked down in the description. But I do have a discount code. It is Amanda10. That will get you 10% off. So you do not want to order without that code. Make sure you remember to put that in. I am notorious for forgetting to put in discount codes that I have for things. So don't be like me. Amanda10 will get you 10% off the Laurel Denise planner. Let's jump into this planner. I actually wrote a lot of the specs on this first page. So before we even jump into the layout, I'm going to turn here and just go through all the specs, and then we're going to walk through it in detail. This planner is 11.5 by 9 inches when it's closed. It's 0.75 inches thick. It weighs only 1 pound. It is 80-pound paperweight on all your paper, except the tabs are thicker at 120-pound paperweight. When it's opened flat, it's 23 inches open. There's 10 pages of bullet journaling in here at the end. This planner is $45, her all-in-one planner. A bookmark is included, a really cute bookmark too. And then I did tell you about the gold box promotion. So there's all the important. Her bookmark is included for free. It is a very, very flexible bookmark, but it does the job. It not only has a ruler on it in gold, but it says at the top, "You are loved." And I just love that you're going to have that reminder every day as you look at it. It pops in and out easily. I actually like that it's thin because as you're writing, you know, a thick bookmark can cause more bumps and this won't. It's also the exact same size as kind of her weekly little fold out inserts here. So I think it was designed really well. Okay, we're going to start at the beginning and go front to back. I'm going to kind of give you a scope. Her rings are this oil rubbed bronze. Yes, like doorknobs and stuff. So here is a very good look at how thin this planner is. It is so lightweight, you guys. And you'll notice how it's a little bit thicker here because those are your weekly fold outs. And then it gets thinner here because you don't have those. We'll talk about that as we get into the book, but you can see that there. So that's a look. You do have an O-ring coil. It's the exact right size for this size of book and it functions perfectly. I have learned that with O-rings, like the smaller they are, the less problems you tend to have with them. Although there are some bigger ones that you don't really have problems with, but the smaller the O-ring is, it seems to function perfectly. On the front, the all-in-one planner, it says monthly views 2022 approved by Laurel Denise, her signature, and that is all in a gold foiling there. Then you open it up and you have a huge, massive pocket here, and it is like coated so that if you spill anything on it, it's protected. This whole inside is coated, but it's a huge pocket that you can stick maybe even a whole piece of paper in there. I don't know. Let me take my notes here and see. I don't know if an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper would fit in there. Not really, not quite. It's a little too big. So you'd still have to fold like an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in half, but it's a big pocket. Then you have your nameplate page. You go into your year at a glance here, and I really like the design of this. There is plenty of room for every month where she has left you like 5 lines, but also just blank space to note any, if you want to have like all your doctor appointments and things noted here, or school holidays, you know, whatever you note here, your travel. So that's your whole year at a glance. And then you go into your first month. Your monthly tabs are built into the page made of cardstock, and I don't think you're gonna have any problems with them. They seem that they're gonna function perfectly. You're not going to have any tab rip off or anything. These pages are 120 pound paper. That is very thick. Like it's a real cardstock. And you have January on the front and the back. But it is not slick or anything. It's like, it's the same feel of paper. And the feel of this paper is not overly toothy and not slick or buttery at all. Not like silk. So it's just a good 80-pound paper that's going to absorb your ink really well. It's a bright white, and you start out, it has your month is kind of written. It's very artistic. Your month 1, January 2022, you have a look at your next month there. And then your month is a Monday start. So you have to be okay with a Monday start on your month. Saturday and Sunday are combined. So this would actually make like a stellar work planner in my mind too, for content planning or working from home, working in an office. And if you don't like this cover for an office, the deep green is more subdued because your weekends are combined there and there's not as much room. So it would make a stellar work planner, but it would also make just, you know, a great planner for any kind of use. I know so many people picked this up last year and loved it. Here is your unique design. You have your monthly layout. You can see your week that you're on at the same time. So the week that you're on, it's spread across here though. This could be your appointments or it could be your big to-dos for the day. Even though she has outlined your to-dos for today would go on this side. So she's thinking your appointments are going to go on this side. Of course, you can switch things up for however it works for you. And then a little margin here for this week if you want a weekly list going down there. I personally would probably just write all the way across there. You could definitely ignore the dotted line if you want more room on your to-dos. So that is an option. You can habit track 5 habits for the month and have them all in full view under your monthly layout. So basically everything is in one glance. You're not going flipping. You see what's going on in your monthly view. You see your weekly view, your appointments and to-dos. And then when the next week comes, you flip it. I did my pen test here. You have your next week. Oh my goodness. It's so ingenious. I mean, I've never seen a planner like this. And then it's those weekly to-dos. So if you're not going to have your book all the way open, yes, you are going to have to flip it over to see your to-dos for the day. So you might want to think about all about that. If you have a big enough space to leave it all the way open to be able to see your to-dos, or if you only care about seeing your appointments with your monthly layout and you're fine with flipping it to see your to-dos, those are just things to think about. But here's your pen test. I tried all my normal bright pens and mild liners, and you can see absolutely not even any ghosting. It's 80-pound paper, you guys. You're not gonna have any problem with anything you wanna use on this paper. The thing is, it's wide when you open it, but it doesn't feel big because it's so extremely lightweight and slim. And so then you flip all the way through January, and while you are here on January, flipping through your week, seeing what's going on, you also have this whole dot grid note section for January just for notes. You have a to-do list for this month, which is where I wrote all that. And you can flip and see everything at once. If you picked this up last year, I would love to hear the creative ways that you used it. Like, was it your normal planner? Was it a work planner? Was it for content planning? Let me know down in the comments, share with all of us, because I know Denise would love to read them, but also we would all love to glean from what you have done. And that's how we all, get new ideas. So share with us how you've used it. Flipping from month to month is so easy with the tabs, and all the weekly pages just flip in between. Now, people have asked me, yes, you do have a slight dip right here where your weekly pages all line up. And you do have a slight dip right here where your weekly pages all line up. And that's going to depend on how big the dip is as to which side of the book you're on, where you have, what month you're in, how many pages have flipped one way or the other. But I can tell you that right here, the dip doesn't matter as much. It's kind of on Saturday and Sunday, and you don't have that big of a writing space there. So you're not going to be writing there a whole lot. The dip on this side is just kind of in the middle of your monthly notes section here. And I imagine that you might even be kind of dividing this out because this is something that you can see all the time, and this is the part you don't see all the time. So you might not even be trying to write right in that dip. I mean, that dip is something that's there. It's just part of this amazing design that you have to deal with to be able to look at your week this way. That is your basic layout. Here is a look at a blank month where I didn't write anything. Your holidays are right at the bottom of every monthly box, really small. There you go, at a look at the holidays. Your previous months are in a light gray there. And if there were any next months, then that would be in a light gray going out also. Then when you get to the end of your planner here, you have a look at 2023 at a glance, just like the 2022 one at the front. So you can work ahead to make all those appointments, have them in here before you get your next planner. Then you have 11 dot grid note pages. So it's pretty big because these pages are pretty big. This book was 11.5 inches wide by 9 inches high. And your pages measure just under 11 inches. So that measurement was with the cover. Your pages are 8.5 by like 10 3/4 inches. So that's your page size. So they're pretty big. Now, I would say where the dip makes a bigger of a difference is back here in the notes pages. If you're trying to write on the back of the notes page, you have a big dip because all the weeks from the year have lined up. And so you can still write in it, honestly, but you're going to have a dip there. You might just choose to write on all the fronts of the notes pages first. So I like to try to be completely honest about things that I noticed. You have 11 notes pages. You have a second huge pocket at the back here, and they feel very sturdy on there. And that is your all-in-one planner from Laurel Denise. Share all those thoughts down below, guys. I know if it's your first time seeing this, your mind might be blown, like mine was the first year that I saw it. And now she has come out with a brand new product this year, which is so exciting that on her second year, she has a new product. And she said she mainly came out once again just for her. She found that she needed a more zoomed out view of her plans since she's managing so many different things at a time. So this is a monthly zoomed out view. I want to turn here to where I have all my notes for this. So this one is $25. It's called the Big Picture Planner. You get this big zoomed out picture. Your monthly is much bigger than in the all-in-one planner, okay? You have no weekly layouts in here. It's much bigger. It's taking up the entire page. So there's a comparison. You see you have a big spot for your week here, And if you are folding over this planner, this is how it would look and work. Let me just show you that here because I didn't really do that. You could leave this open just to see your to-dos and not have it all the way open on your desk, but you could just see your to-dos. And then if you're needing to flip through your weeks to schedule stuff, you could just have your weeks pulled out. I don't know why I didn't mention that before, but you could just have your weeks pulled out there to be able to schedule things and match them up with your month and see what's going on and to be able to see your to-dos there, but you don't have to have the whole book open. So that is an option to not need all that space. But here is the monthly compared to the big picture monthly. If you need more room on a monthly, this is a monthly only with plenty of note room for every month. This is an option. It is still a Monday start. Everything on her calendar you will see looks the same. It's just a few extra things are added in, like you have your next 2 months instead of just your next month. You have a reminder dot grid over here. Holidays are all the same. The Monday start is the same. And then you get these 4 different columns for the month with labels at the top, dot grid, light gray dot grid in the columns for you to be able to use however you wish. I can see this being such an amazing planner for content planning, for work, once again. And you also have some daily habits thrown in there. So if you want to monitor those at the same time, you have 5 daily habit slots for the whole month. They're much bigger than in your all-in-one planner. So it kind of just, you know, it expands it. It's the same basic habit tracker, but definitely expanded across the whole next page. All my notes fit perfectly in this column. Open flat, this is 22 inches wide. It's 80-pound paper once again. It weighs only 6 ounces. There's 10 pages of bullet journaling space. I can just see this being so useful for so many different things. And I know this is a question that I'm going to get. Can you fold this over? Yes, you can. Now, as long as you just kind of give it a good, you know, massage there. And if you really want it to stay without moving at all, maybe just use a binder clip is my thought on it. And so you can see your month. Then you could see your monthly to-dos done in columns, whether it's home, work, goals. I love this layout and all the things that you could possibly use it for. So after your 12 months, you get to the back. You have a 2023 planning ahead. So look ahead at 2023, the same that was in the all-in-one planner. And then you have your 11 pages of bullet journaling notes here with the really light dot grid, light gray there. There is a lot of room here for notes because these pages are big, like they're 8.5 by 11 pages. Yet it's a really lightweight book. So a really lightweight monthly planner with a lot of room for notes, a lot of options. This is Singer stitching binding, she said, and it is a light pink thread. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell that on there. With the charcoal gray cover. And she said next year she has big plans to expand this book with a coil and to add some extras into it and extra pages. So she already has big plans for this for next year. All right, guys, that wraps up our Laurel Denise planner talk today. I just absolutely love these planners, and I have to give a shout out to Laurel because she was so flexible in when I could fit in this review for her. So she was just so wonderful to work with, very personable, and just a lovely person to work with. Check out all her stuff. You can use my code Amanda10 and let me know all your thoughts down in the comments, especially if you used this planner this last year. Let us know what you thought of it and all the ways that you used it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time here. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.